Hello team, welcome to another ATP Geopolitics video with myself, Jonathan M.S. Pearce. This is a Ukraine War Christmas campaign fundraising update where I'm going to talk you through a couple of campaigns, not just a Car for Ukraine one we're just doing, and effectively we completed, but obviously monies are still welcome to be raised for this because we're working towards a larger campaign objective of 150,000 euros for 15 vehicles. We're also going to talk about the NAFO campaign as well previously. So difference between the two, I mean, they're both fabulous organisations. NAFO, they do up the trucks outside, give them a paint job, make sure they're all tickety-boo, and then give them drone protection or whatever needs to happen to them. And then they're taken into Ukraine. So that's why they're a bit more expensive to do, sort of twice the price to do them, because all that work gets done to them and then they're given to Ukraine. The ones we're doing through Car for Ukraine are taken to Ukraine, and then they do the work inside Ukraine on top of the fundraising we do. But we can see one of our the first vehicles that we have fundraised for them. We'll have a look at that in a second. Some of this video footage, or all of this video footage, has been shown to you in different places, but I wanted to put it all together into one video. I wanted to do this yesterday on Christmas Day, but Christmas Day got in the way, and here we are, Boxing Day, the day after. So just to let you know that we have reached the 40,000 euro goal. It's insane. You guys are amazing. I'll go through some of the donors on the donor wall after the end of the video. But I want to rewind from Car for Ukraine to NAFO, the previous campaign. We've done 3 campaigns. We've done the one through Greg Terry first for those snatched medical Land Rovers that had an awful lot of stuff done to them. And then we've got these vehicles as well. From NAFO. So this is the Dutch NAFO vehicle given to the National Guards unit here. The Dutch flag's on this one to represent JR, who's an integral part of ATP Geopolitics, but particularly the fundraising. He's a real force of nature behind the fundraising and has got us doing this. He helped design, or pretty much broadly designed, the NAFO patch along with Chris from Clockwork Design. So that's that. It's an amazing patch, absolutely freaking love that. And that's on the side of those 2 NAFO trucks, which is amazeballs. So that's good news there. We also, so we've had an explicit thanks from Nord, from the National Guards unit. We're going to go first to Rick from Ukraine, Rick the Ukrainian, on his YouTube video where he went to one of the NAFO truck convoy sort of points where they hand out the vehicles, and one of our vehicles was there, which is absolutely fabulous. Here it is. Here's Rick talking about it.
And on that side there's another fella there, and this truck is being handed over, and it's from ATP Geopolitics. I wonder why Anna from Ukraine is handing this one over. Did ATP Geopolitics collaborate with her? I didn't know about that.
No, but obviously I wasn't there for it.
Show the one from ATP Geopolitics. The other one that is not being handed over right now. Look at this. That patch was awesome. Jonathan Pearce and his community, they are fucking fantastic. I know that a lot of rollers are also fans of JP's work. JP, you're awesome, man. I am happy to actually, work together with you. And I also am doing the stream today with Jonathan, but today for you is gonna be like yesterday, I think. And I think that we also gonna be sorry guys, the photographer was making a photo of me sitting here making the video. So I was posing and a bit distracted. So that stream, look for the recording of the stream when you watch this video. If you missed my stream with JP and Jonathan Fink from Silicon Curtain, please go and watch the recording of it. So Britain stands with Ukraine, and I, as no one else, know that. And here's the Switzerland flag.
So that's really fantastic that Rick could do that, and thank you for that, Rick. Indeed, we have another Rick video. He gets together with Nord, meets Nord. He knows of him a little bit. He's quite a big guy, Nord, this chap in the information spaces. But Rick, this is what I first learned, and we played this on my live stream with Silicon Curtain, with Jonathan Fink, and at the end where it's just me and where it's just Rick and me talking, this was a real surprise to me because I just caught sight of the geopolitics bit and I was like made up. The first I'd heard that our vehicles were out there.
Hi Jonathan, I have Nord here from Azov, and he received your NAFO truck today.
Yeah.
And
thank you very much for the truck. It helped us to make possible to deliver some drones and other stuff to our guys and make relations. Thank you.
Here it is, ATP Geopolitics, and awesome patch here, 42nd Epistemology Battalion. I actually made it sudden for Nord and didn't tell him what we're gonna be talking about, but that's my style. I prefer it raw and cut, just like it is in life.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jonathan. See you soon.
So that was really wicked, absolutely awesome to see the vehicle with the patch on. That's the first time I'd seen that. And here he is, Nord, talking about the one with the Dutch flag on, which is which is JR's one, Jeroen. So here's what Nord has to say.
Hello, my name is Nord. I'm from 12th Brigade of National Guard of Ukraine. Thank you ATP Geopolitics and their subscribers for collecting money on this car, on this drone, to help us to make possible rotations, to find enemies, to stop their assaults. And thank you all, guys. Slava Ukraini!
So that was really awesome. The NAFO trucks looking absolutely tip-top. Now, we started campaigning for Car for Ukraine, and we were so quick on the fundraising for the first vehicle that they actually got the money, got the vehicle together, and have done it up in Ukraine, although it's going to go to a unit to have the back cut off and turned into a multiple launch rocket system. These ones don't need the up-armoring because they're further behind the front lines. But this is Ivan from Car for Ukraine talking about it. So over to him.
Hello, Jonathan, and hello, beautiful ATP Geopolitics community. You are the greatest. To be honest, I didn't expect much because I didn't know Jonathan. I didn't know what you guys are capable of, but you raised money within 26 hours for this beautiful Toyota Hilux and your beautiful slogan that says fighting for freedom and the truth. And with this pickup truck that will be later upgraded with a rocket launcher is a good proof that you guys not just talking about having a victory, but you're actually fighting. And thank you all very much. I think your community already raised for 3.5 cars, and you're reaching 4.
Which we've done now.
Besides this one, we have a beautiful convoy of 9 vehicles. On our YouTube channel, you'll find out more about each of them. But now I'd like to thank you all and wish you all Merry Christmas. Slava Ukraini.
Which is absolutely fabulous. Great to see our vehicle there. And indeed, here we can look at our vehicle and some others. And you'll notice that most of these have British number plates. So that's our one there. Another one here. And here's I think, is that, I don't know what country, Germany. That's a van for drones. But all of these ones, British number plates. So they get a really good price for them in the UK compared to Europe at the moment. And we talked with Claire from Car for Ukraine as to what the criteria are for the selection for these vehicles, what age group, why it's actually slightly advantageous to have older vehicles because they're not so computer orientated, which means that in many cases you've got wind up and wind down windows, which is good for safety. If the CPU goes on a car, often that means you're buggered, and if you're in a war zone, you want kind of sometimes simple things are more effective. But anyway, that's the Hilux there in its full glory. Absolutely brilliant. Love it, love it, love it. There it is again. Oops, no, my ugly mug's in a way, but you get the point. It's a good looking piece of kit, unlike that. There is an example, and we played this on the live stream with Claire. Here's an example of one of the vehicles that they have provided for these units that has unfortunately been hit, but it's been armored, so the doors have armor put between the inner and outer sheets, if you like, and it has armor by the head of the passenger and the driver, and on the other side as well, so that if you are driving with your head back against the headrest, then you are protected from explosions and shrapnel that come in from the side. This is really important. This vehicle was taken out, but everyone got out the car alive. That is what you want. This is absolutely brilliant. Now, to go to the Car for Ukraine main site, of course, the campaign is still going on as we speak, as it is trying to raise 150,000. But we've done a real lion's share of that, and I'm so proud of you guys. Really, really stoked that, you know, ATP Geopolitics is, I know it's not a competition, but it's just really nice to know that you guys are as awesome as you are. And these other channels have also raised about, so Dimitri from War Translated has done like 2 vehicles now. We've raised enough for 4, and then we'll help out some of the other channels in so doing. So that's really good news. Silicon Curtain's getting towards his truck, and Rick the Ukrainian likewise, with some of these others chipping in and increasing all the time. But if you go and check out the donor wall, it's just absolutely incredible. I just love reading these messages. I love seeing the range of what people are willing and able to do. We've had some massive contributions, 5,000 euros from one person, plenty of those of 1,500, 750, all sorts of big donations, but also small donations. It is what people can afford, and thank you so much for that, for all of you there. Thank you to Peter Kluken. I did one on his behalf. Absolutely brilliant. JR started this one off as he wanted to do, and that's awesome. He's fully behind this and doing such an amazing job to get these campaigns running smoothly. He really does do an awful lot. A big shout out to Benny Pie as well, who helps too. But just really good to see so many people here donating so much and so often, and some lovely comments as well. Here's one. Hi Jonathan, I follow your videos every day. Just looking at your videos does not change the situation in Ukraine. They need the tools and money to fight back. Great initiative, and happy to be a contributor. Cheers, Edwin. Thanks Ivan, cup of tea as well. This is tremendous. So we've got Mitch Mazarol, who's so often a supporter of the channel. Thanks for helping to fight that good fight. And so many people. I mean, I'd love to just sit here and read out all of these comments and all of your names. Unfortunately, I'll be here for another half an hour. But I really do appreciate your support. It's absolutely incredible. You look at this, Philip, and not so much the first bit, thank you for the kind words, but the second bit is, to me, is important. So here's my modest expression of support, says Philip. On a personal note, Jonathan, you do an extraordinary, even superhuman job keeping up the commentary. I don't always agree with your views on other matters, but on Ukraine, we agree absolutely. And that's the point, is that, we find our common ground and come together to do what we think is right. The West will rue the day it turns its back on the country, desperately fighting a battle in which we all have a stake. Absolutely. John here, Ranty JP, off to Ukraine again to put the world right. I'll give to that cause. Big Merry Christmas, love of Ukraine. Absolutely. Thank you. Nanu and Frank here from Belgium. Really appreciate all of you guys from all over the world coming together. And it looks like Fred Thornbury donated really generously and then got us over the finish line with 104, and the winner is ATP Geopolitics. I presume that's why there were 2 in a row there, and since then we've had further support. So Darren here, thank you. Jeremy, all these people, such incredible support from you. Michael McGlennon, really generous for your support there. Franciscus, so on and so forth, just incredible. So thank you all for your generous support for this campaign, and for the NAFA one before, and for the one before. We are nothing if not consistent. So, and hopefully that's what I'm doing for you. Consistent, informative news and reportage on what is going on. And yes, my analysis with my own political skewing, which I know that not all of you agree with, but you understand that's where I'm coming from. But thank you so much for your support, everybody. I really do mean it from the bottom of my heart. And also thank you for your kind support over Christmas for the channel as well. It helps keep the lights on, because if I wasn't doing this, we wouldn't be able to do all this fundraising. So it's connected to some degree. So I just want to say a special thank you as well to those who help my channel, because it is a kind of crowd-funded channel. So really just heartfelt appreciation to you all. Just a big Merry Christmas, and let's hope the new year brings greater success for the Ukrainian people, and indeed, therefore, for global stability, and for a happier and more prosperous. I don't mean it like that. I mean to prosper in terms of health and welfare and freedom. I think that's what we want for the world. So, thanks again.